Well, folks, here we are on Doric TV. It's been going for, at least 3 weeks now, I suppose, and it's gone real well, so big hats up to Jill for that, and it needs everybody's support, so let's keep sharing and find out to everybody else to get it up and going, because we'd made Doric better. So we've moved into a Doric Chopper, I think it is here, and I'm Allan Taylor, I never told you that. I'm for the village of Offord, originally for the metropolis at Tornaveen, which is, well, it's 11 miles from Offord and Aberdeen and Bunkery, so it's right in the middle of Hawaii, Tornaveen. So I'm here to say a bit about the Doric language, which is vitally important to everybody in the North East, or at least it should be, and full we need to keep it going, and full we need to keep our unique North East wildlife up and running and all. Now we've moved for the state-of-the-art Jill's Doric studio out into Jill's chamber here, so that's a thing for a single man bed in the old days when they were feeding the farms, so just in case you didn't care. So we moved down here to sing the next song, and this is going to be a song that reflects on the changing times in the farm and how government policy basically wrecked a lot of good environmental things that all farmers used to do. This is called Drumdelgi name here. There's a farm toon up in Kiarney, a wheel kent in Bothy sang, place that's famed the country hour, nae matter far ye gang. The farmer o yon muckle toon retired to tak his ease. There's half out new and set aside, either to their halves and trees. There's nae a feedman to be seen, the parks are barren out, the grunts are crying out for crap, naebody there to grout. The logic or the reason for't is hard to understand, in a waste would gar a body greet, it's terrible to the land. Fu muckle men in days lang syne would do run bending well. He dar get at it months and nine, derive it fae the hell. Or chaff to chef the thran tree reeds, in endless yarns o' steen, wi' miles a man made drains to lay, aye afore the job was done. Nae modern day machinery then to ease away the burden, nor yet a sympathetic lug for ony greet nor garn. 'Twas tyrant just for tea again, wi' money's a siping sark, and men grown old afore their time, I say racket wi' the work. Now come time a place began to thrive, wi' aye mair healthy men, and soon progressed to sic a size, it left the rest ahint. And when the hour yoked, aye and deck it out wi' pride, the show horse was foremost o'er the hill at every side. Drumdelgi's praise and Bothy lays his gay elfet and new. We are its grants a silly one, forsaken be the plew. The work has been a waste of time, the foresight in vain. Is the reach of yon fast growing trees, gang down through Alke drain. For in sae mony acres stood a stookit round ra. The Dawkins and the Tansies thrive, to markets a doon fa. It's a yonta comprehension, for they justify a scheme. For sae muckle land lies idle we, Sa money bellies team. Gang out someday round Kearney Wye and cast your ear around the legalised destruction o' Strathbogie's biggest town. And maybe in the silence, as you contemplate the sauce, you'll hear the sound of ghostly feet gan clattering through the close. Sign bid farewell, Drumdelgie, as you turn to come awa. Aye, fare you well, Drumdelgie, and your uncle Carnina. You've been immortalised in song since the days of horse and cart. But to see your sad decline the day, 'twould gar a body greet. Drumdelgie nae mair.
Well, Alan, that just indeed brought a tear to my eye. I could hardly compose myself when I was videoing that, Alan, because that is my heart lies there. In fact, you were singing my heart lies there. My late father was a farmer, as you ken, and his folks before them were farming. That culture is now, it's not there any longer for our family, unfortunately, and it was a sad day when we had to move on from that era. There are still very many farming folks out there, not just in this country, but the world, working so hard to produce food for us on our tables. Let's never forget those that work hard in the country, producing food, and good, wholesome food. And also, let us never forget the way of life that they went through to bring the hard grunt of Aberdeenshire up to scratch. Can you imagine the decades that these men and women, barons as well, went to bringing the lands of Aberdeenshire and our Scotland up to scratch as they are now fertile? Let's get back to that. Come on, folks.
Now, of course, well, my background, or my ancestors' background, was half of the farming community of the North East, particularly down in Buchan. We coming from Methlick and Udneed, so it's important we realise what they went through in the past and what they gave for us in producing the meat and in the language we need to keep alive, and just make sure that songs like that get kept to let us remember how things and how bad things were for them to make it how it is for us today. But of course, nothing bides the same, and this next song is going to be a reflection of that. It's Fair Fife by Mart Armour called The Generations of Change. My father was a bailey at a wee farm pit Capeley. He frocked on the grand a' the days o' his life. By the time he made second, he aye said he reckoned he'd ploughed mair nor half o' this nuke o' 5. He feed on at Randerston, Crahill and Clippington, Cambie and Cambo and Begrenny Hill. At Kingsbarns he was married, at Boar Hills he was buried, and man, had he lived, he'd be ploughing on still. For these days were his days, these ways were his ways, to follow the plough while his back was still strong. But these days are past, and the time come at last, for the weakness of age to make way for the young. I wasna for ploughing, to the sea I was going, to follow the fish and the fisherman's ways. Rain, hail and sunshine, I've watched the long run line. Nae man mair contented his hale working days. I long line the flooding grun, Dutch and the Dogger bank, put the big fish fae the deep devil's hole. I say trawled off Faroe Faroe and Shetland and Iceland, and whither much war than a body could thole. For these days were my days, these ways were my ways, to follow the fish while my back was still strong. But these days are past, and the time come at last for the weakness of age to make way for the young. My sons, they have grown, and away they have gone, to search for black oil neath the far northern seas. Like oilmen they walk, and like Yankees they talk. There's nae much in common tween my sons and me. They've rough-necked on Josephine, Forties and Ninian, Dunlin and Claymore and Fisher and Dock. They made fortunes for sure, for on one run ashore they spend mair than I earn for my hale season's work. For these days are their days, these ways are their ways, to ride the rough rigs while their backs are still strong. But their day will pass, and the time come at last, or the weakness of age to make way for the young. My grandsons are growing, to the school they are going. The long days o' summer they spend here with me. We walk through the warm days, talk of the old ways, the cornfish, the codfish, the land and the sea. We walk through the fields my father once tilled, talk to the lads that in sailed with me. Man, it's been awfu' good, I've told them all I could. Oh, the past and the present, what the future might be. For what will be their days, what will be their ways, what will they make o' the land, sea and skies? Man, I've seen half a change, but it still feels gey strange to look at my world through a young laddie's eyes. The generations have changed. Who knows for the future will bring? Or far gains for the future will bring.
Well, again, Alan, that is, you just hit the nail on the head virtually there, Alan, what you were singing about. This is exactly what I've got in my mind, and a lot of folk has got in their minds, Alan, it's about the future. You know, Doric Future is indeed, this whole thing about Doric Future and Doric TV, I mean, we put a lot of energy into it, and the people who are coming to me and being videoed, they put a lot of their time and energy into this. We didn't get paid for doing this. It costs us money to do this. We're out a pooch, basically. We do it. It's for the here and now. It's to, you know, present our culture in the northeast of Scotland here and now. You know, not to just folk read a book, but also to folk that would love to be in Scotland, you know, but they've emigrated somewhere else in the world. Anyway, Doric Future is about our future generations. And that is, you know, is in our heart. You know, it's to pass on this message to future generations. You know, we've got a lovely world. You know, let's keep it like that, and let's think about what went on in the past and how they did it mindfully, looking after the land, looking after the sea, being mindful to their neighbours, just do the good old-fashioned things that they did, and the virtues and the customs that they had. This is fit Doric Future, and a lot of people are thinking about this at this moment.
Right, so what we're looking for is you to go into YouTube Jill McWilliam or YouTube Doric Future, because the future's fits about, and it's up to everybody to keep it going. So please look in your iPhone, your tablet, your computer, your phone, whatever else you've got, it's a gadget, and press a button, subscribe. So it's YouTube Jill McWilliam or YouTube Doric Future, and you'll be helping ensuring the future of Doric Futures.